We don't need that right there. We gonna do it everywhere. Oh, this shit done.
Yeah, you smoke too much, cuz.
Smoke too much. I roll too much. I just smoke up all the bud. I smoke it all everywhere. I don't care. I don't care.
Alright.
Listen here, rowdy there.
Chill. Why you rolling up? One's enough.
Don't roll? What you mean?
That's for later.
Yeah, I like to smoke.
One's enough, guys.
So let me I'll roll it up for later then.
Alright.
I'll roll it for later.
I'll definitely say we just smoked this one though. This one's gonna be a fat guy.
Yeah. That's the big boy. He rolling up a big boy.
And it's the birthday cake. Jeez.
It's happy birthday. Actually, happy birthday to my grandmother. Today would be her birthday today. So happy birthday to her. But we smoking that wedding cake. I mean, what'd you call it? Birthday cake. Everywhere. I don't know and I don't care. Alright, so we can actually, you guys want to get started?
Yeah.
Alright.
How's the angles looking? Good?
Catching my angles? Are they catching my angles? Are they catching my angles?
Let's get it.
Alright. Let me prep this. Get ourselves situated in this piece, and we gonna get started in about Welcome back to the Piff Company podcast. It's your boy Elijah. It's lit.
Josh.
Tay in the building. We're on episode 18 today, guys. Let's get it.
Yo, I'm just curious if once we get to episode 3,466, are you still going to say this is episode 3,466?
We gonna say it every time, you feel me?
I'm going to hold them to it. Nah, man, what's going on with you guys, though?
Good morning.
Chilling.
Yeah.
Same old shit.
Different day. Oh, look, I still got that every day. Oh, man, I got to get it out of it, huh? You shouldn't have played that TikTok, man.
Elijah heard a country TikTok been talking with a country accent for the last 30 minutes.
Every there and everywhere. What they say, I don't care.
We're going to put an end to that right here. If you hear him say it again, say something in the comments. Tell that man to stop.
Oh, Lord.
But yeah, let's get into some weekly updates.
Butterfinger.
That was me talking shit. That's what happened.
See, that's what happened. God don't like ugly now.
He like me then. I was kidding. I ain't conceited.
That's not what that
Love
means.
y'all.
But okay. Anyways,
conceited?
No, I'm saying that's not what the saying of God don't like ugly means. It doesn't mean literally ugly people. It means like
I made a joke about it. Come on, man.
It went over my head.
But like I was saying, what's up with you weekly updates though? You know what I'm saying? What's going on in the world, Josh? Phil Sin, what's happening? What's new?
None. Let's see. We got
nothing happened in the world today.
Nah. The Olympics. You know, a couple events finished up.
Oh, let's talk about it.
There's that, I don't remember names, alright, but there was a Chinese man who got a world record in lifting. I think he lifted 400 something pounds.
Oh, wow.
Deadlifted that shit.
Oh, word.
Yeah, crazy. I saw your boy in the skate event.
Son,
too well.
Son, that thing is heartbreaking. Yo, my man Nigel Houston came in 7th place in the street skate competition, and you know, like you heard me last week, man. I was bigging him up. I was like, yo, we taking this to the Baja. You know what I'm saying? We taking this out. We taking this all the way.
Yeah.
But hey, I don't know. He came in 7th place. He was throwing down some crazy tricks, but just couldn't land them. He just couldn't land his tricks, and so that is what will happen if you can't land your tricks. You're not going to win. So
yeah.
It was really unfortunate.
Tough,
cracked his head on like the second try, I think it was. Like, boom.
So you only get one try?
No. So how the competition works is that you get 2 45-second runs. So like you go on the course, you do as many tricks in a line, and for 45 seconds you get 2 attempts of that. And you get scored out of 10. And then you have 5 best trick attempts. Okay. So usually they'll find the biggest obstacle, usually the set of stairs with a rail or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they just do the best trick that they can on that obstacle or something. It could be any obstacle, so you get to choose, but you get 5 chances at doing that. Okay. And essentially,
the guy that came in first place, bro, he fucked
Yuto
that
Horigome.
up.
Shout out to Yuto. Shout out to Yuto Horigome.
Yeah,
he was going crazy.
Bro, he did like crazy. A 360
yep.
tails slide down that rail, bro. That shit was crazy.
Bro, a nollie at that. Nollie at that too. So that was like popping off his nose, 360 onto his tail, down a 12-set rail.
He got it like first try, didn't he?
Basically,
yeah.
Like, the first try he did it like a board slide,
right?
And then the second try he did the tail slide,
right?
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah,
crazy. So
he did it so smoothly too. I was like, oh shit.
And that's another thing with skating. I feel like is from the time I've been watching at least is like your technique is big with it too. You can land a trick, but if you're not looking smooth, like they look so clean and smooth with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
And I think like with your boy, that's something that's big with him is he looks effortlessly when he does it. You know.
Yeah. Some people actually bash him on that. They say that he skates like robotic, which is like
really.
Yeah, a lot of haters out there, which is stupid because it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, definitely style goes into skating heavily, like not just how you look, but how you look landing the tricks, you know. So that definitely goes into it. But I don't know, man. This is crazy that he didn't. I was expecting him to win. It's weird that he got 7th place. It's like I feel like just all that pressure because low key, even when I was just watching it, I was nervous, bro. I was watching it nervous, like, yo, my man, he gotta.
You had no faith in your mans, bro.
Nah, I had. That's why I was nervous because I was like, I just wanted to see him land the trick, and I was like, yo, he about to stomp this out.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't, and I'm like, oh my god, like. But even before, I'm even just nervous watching it, so I can only imagine what he's going through, like, you know what I'm saying, while up there. So
seeing him not land it, did it like shock you? Like, was it like?
Nah, it's not like it's uncommon, but
yeah,
but. It was definitely shocking.
You know what I'm saying?
The amount of falls, even through his run, he fell as well. Like, I was like, whoa, like, this is a little different, like, you know?
Because my reason for bringing that up is, like, I feel like as fans, sometimes we forget that, you know, these are people too. And a big part of sports is also the mental piece that a lot of people forget, you know? Because right now we're talking about professional athletes that I bet he landed the tricks that he wasn't landing, and I bet he's done it so many times before. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I looked at his social media, and he was talking about how, you know, that he was nervous. You know, he spoke about that.
Right.
And so I think that's the huge part to talk about with mental health and, you know, in terms of preparation. And, you know, another thing what I saw was Simone Biles. You guys seen that recently?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's huge. Like, she literally she said that she basically dropped out. She basically pulled out of the competition, the team and the solo competition, because she was saying that, you know, she needed to take a mental break from it all. It's wild to see the literal GOAT of the sport. Well, that's actually not true, but I was gonna say it's wild to see the GOAT of the sport like just take a leave. But it's not true because you've had instances like Michael Jordan. He took a 2-year leave to go play baseball, but he took that was, you know, after his father passed away, he took 2 years off because he just couldn't mentally, you know, deal with, you know, he had to find a way to cope with it, you know what I'm saying? So, and that, you know, taking all that pressure, being the best at the sport is a lot. So,
So I definitely
Biles
think
is crazy.
I definitely think it's huge. It's a big thing, Like even with my family, we all had a whole I don't want to say argument, but a whole discussion about it. Everybody had their point of views. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's definitely big when you see someone that's at the top of their game, at the top of the level, who's always been for performing, and take a step back and you say mental health. A lot of people, their mind go crazy. Immediately, a lot of people say no. That's gave up on the team, or what I'm saying, was just lacking. But I definitely think that a mental piece is it's huge. You got to prepare yourself mentally. Yeah. And she talked about how when she was doing I forget which one it's called, but basically she jumps off a little platform, and then spins in the air and lands, right? Yeah. And she landed
the vault, I believe it's called.
You could see in her eyes when she landed, she lost. She said she lost where she was, Mm-hmm. And and then she explained how that's so dangerous being a gymnast, because when she lands, you know what I'm saying? If at this point in her level and she's saying that she lost where she was, that's why she was very concerned. And, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of just opened the perspective up for me, and I was that kind of does take a lot to step back and say, hey, I can't finish. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely takes a lot of courage.
You feel me? But
to step away on the biggest stage in the world. The biggest stage. You're the biggest the biggest athlete. You're literally, besides the basketball players and stuff like that, but when it comes to Olympic athletes, can you name anyone else really other than Simone Biles? When you think of who are in the Olympics, you think of Simone Biles. You know what I'm trying to say? You think of currently, at least, it used to be Usain Bolt, Simone Biles, you know what I'm saying, those type of names. Michael Phelps, there's a few names that and she was the one that everyone was coming to see, and she was hey,
it's
gotta step back. So
it's definitely a lot of controversy around it.
Yeah. So what are your guys' thoughts on it? Do you think that it was a good call for her to take that break off, or do you feel I don't know? What are your guys' thoughts?
I'll let Josh answer his first.
If she really thought she needed to take a break, because you gotta do what's right for you. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody living your life but you. So if you don't think you're in the right headspace to compete, you shouldn't compete. Yeah. And she's at that level where she doesn't have to compete if she doesn't want to. Of course she's missing out on gold medals, but there's always another Olympics. And with her skills, she'll probably qualify for the next one as well.
Right.
So she's still young.
Mm-hmm. So definitely still young. Definitely still has potential, and definitely like you said, she's already goated. She's already goated. She's literally so many medals already. But it's it would be nice to have seen her go out there and continue to build on that legacy. But at the same time, you gotta do what you gotta do. But now, what's an interesting take is this. So I actually was just playing basketball with some guys a few days ago, whatever. And one of the guys I was playing with says that his daughter is also in gymnastics or whatever, and he'll see that people on the team will basically do the same thing when they know their previous run they didn't perform as well, and they'll kind of take themselves out of a competition. Because they felt like they didn't perform as well in the first one, and it's basically them saying I don't want to, I just don't want to, because they know that the pressure is so much on them to perform to perfection that it's they just psych themselves out of even trying to push through that, which again, that's that mental health aspect of it all, of understanding I have all this pressure to perform so perfectly. But why should we be putting so much pressure on them to perform so perfectly, Yeah,
I think it comes with it, though, when you're on that height of it, of a competitor, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so that's I was just saying, it takes a lot of courage to, step on your own and say, hey, I'm not mentally prepared to compete, and I don't think. But at the other side of it, you also got, people who probably was waiting, to be on the Olympic team, to be in that position. You know what I'm saying? So it's I can only imagine people that were at home that didn't get to be in there, that's trained so hard. It's like, damn, I could have been having that opportunity that she's,
that she
so
just
quickly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I saw that point of view.
Wow. And, that's huge.
You know what I'm saying? So I do see both sides in it. I do see both sides in it. And that's why I think it's just very keen. If I was a coach, I would make it, 100% a priority that, my players have they practice their mental health before going into any competition, just as much as they practice the routine. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so I think that if you're at that point, that needs to be a necessity, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if it is, and if it's part of the routine, then, at that point you have no excuse not to compete if you've been, the last couple of years been practicing, relaxing when it comes to big, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
it just becomes part of that training regimen. It just becomes a part of your toolkit. You go hit the gym, you go to training, you get your physical therapy, you get your mental therapy. Then you go and talk it out, you figure out what your pressures are, things like that. So that's definitely huge for sure. And it definitely when coaches say you get your head in the game, keep your head in the game, that's literally talking about your mental preparedness and your mental health, like just keeping your head and your mental awareness in the game, because you've already been prepared. So you could only say that, but then you have to have the practice behind it, which I'm sure there are some, but they definitely have to make a more emphasis on that for sure.
Exactly, bro. And obviously at the Piff Company, you've heard us talk about with cannabis and the mental aspect of it. It does make you question a lot of professional athletes in the Olympics. We just heard about Sha'Carri Richardson, who just got banned for the use of cannabis.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
For her mental health.
So,
wow.
It makes you question certain things.
Yeah.
It makes you question certain things. So, that's the topic for today that we want to get into, is just mental health. What is mental health, and, kind of what is the, with cannabis, how does it have an effect on that as well, and how can it benefit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll let you guys start with that though. Just kind of brushing upon like mental health.
So mental health is really like your state of self. Everything, your emotions, your psychological being, your social being, your everything. It's just an accumulation of your entire self, and then the health part is obviously whether it's good or not. It's depending on how your mental health really does affect your life. Because if you have like a low mental health, you really won't have any defenses against stress or, common day-to-day situations like stress,
Yeah.
But and you can see that often, like usually in the workplace, those that succeed have a better mental health than those that usually just stay put or get demoted, if anything.
Right. Yeah, no, that definitely makes sense too. Because like you said, just having that awareness of what you want to do, as long as you're feeding positive. There's two things. You don't have to always be positive, because there's something called toxic positivity out there, which is true. Like forcing yourself to be positive, you don't have to always be positive. Like you can, as long as you're feeling all of your feelings, you're allowing yourself to access within those feelings and being able to communicate them either to yourself or to someone else, and being able to have that dialogue where you're able to understand what you're going through in any type of moment. Like you said, if your mental health is not like intact, or if you're not, if you haven't been practicing strong or positive, mental health exercises, like a simple interaction with someone on the street could turn into an altercation because you're not mentally there, or you might be holding on to traumas from something that happened to you a few weeks ago when you saw someone similar to that, and they affected you in a different way, or whatever it may be, or you were in the same kind of compromising position that you felt that you were in or something. So definitely having to have those things will help you perform better in just life, and then I'm sure as well in other type of aspects throughout life, especially if you're like an athlete or anything like that.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this in a previous episode, but there's a lot of therapists out there. I think mainly in Canada, in the North American continent.
Okay.
It's still new to the United States, but there's a lot of therapists that use cannabis as a treatment. And a lot of their patients who suffer from ADHD, insomnia, PTSD, and a variety of others, they all have positive effects on their mental health and help them live with it and overcome some of their ailments too.
Yeah, that's dope.
No, definitely. I know we've talked about that in the past too. Like when you said PTSD, I remember them patients saying how like when they go to bed that it helps with their the lack of scenes in terms of dreaming. But just in general, like you said, therapy too, like on the physical note, we talked about this the other day when you were sore, bro. You know what I'm saying? Smoking's one of those. My back was killing me last night, for example. Before I went to bed, decided to smoke, and it really did take away that pain that I was feeling. So
literally, man, I was Tuesday I was playing ball.
Yeah.
Wednesday I was playing ball. So Tuesday I played I played 7 games of 5-on-5 full court.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild. 7 games of 5-on-5 full court. Then played more basketball 2-on-2. So it's you're really active in a 2-on-2 compared to a 5-on-5 half court. And then literally right after playing basketball, went to go skate with one of my buddies. So it's just so much pounding on my body, my leg, literally, bro. I'm still recovering, guys. Please pray for me, please. I need help, because I'm still recovering. My legs are still sore, and yes, that medicine, that marijuana, that marijuana, that thing really be shanamana. You know what I mean?
I think I heard new terms today.
That marijuana. That thing be helping out. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think that they should be including it into some type of regimens or, part of definitely with sports. I 100% see that, but just in general. Having a therapy session with a joint would be great.
Yeah. Well, I think that's important for us to talk about, because clearly we said that one, mental health, you can benefit from cannabis in the physical.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that makes me wonder, what's going on with mental health and professional sports?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With athletes like Simone Biles, why is she, besides, whatever going on mentally, is there any preparation that they have? Is there anything that they offer so that these athletes don't get to that point?
Yeah.
Because they know that they deal with this pressure. That's known. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I actually did some research, and they do offer some things for professional sports.
I would imagine so.
So the Olympic Committee, they have a group, a community that offers advice and services and tools basically on mental health. So they're called Athlete 365. And, that's specifically geared towards the Olympics, and athletes in that, in the Olympics. So I thought that was, I definitely thought that was good, you know what I'm saying? Because, we're not sitting here and tell you, hey, cannabis, that's the only way. But clearly there's some benefits, and clearly, we've already seen athletes say that they, it does help them, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's...
with Sha'Carri Richardson,
exactly.
That's why she was saying she was using it.
Exactly. So first we wanted to see, okay, do they offer anything before we even get to cannabis? Are they offering stuff? So right here we got, a committee that supports its members. Again, being from a fan, I've never heard about this. You know what I'm saying? So it makes me wonder, how much are they pressing this to their athletes? And how much are they saying, hey, this is there for you guys.
Right.
We're here for you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Making this resource known.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly, bro. They also had Athletes for Care. It's a nonprofit for former professional athletes. I thought that was definitely...
that's huge.
That's huge, Hey, what's going on? It's Tay checking in with you, bringing you to a commercial break. Just wanted to let you know, if you missed our last podcast, go check out our YouTube. Go check out our podcast page on the Piff Company website. There you're going to find all our supporting articles and everything we're speaking about. Stay tuned. Check us out, thepiffcompany.com. So people forget, they forget about the former athletes, which is, I never thought was okay. You know what I'm saying? So it was good to see a program for that and still checking on people that, dealt with so much mentally, throughout their career.
Exactly. The thing is, and also just realizing like, okay, my whole life was sports. My entire life was sports. Now it's over. Now sports are done. What do I do with my life from now, from here on out?
That's a big thing.
So it's like, you can go crazy, you know what I mean, if you don't know what to do after that. So that's huge.
Yeah. No, that's huge, definitely. They had one for MLB too. It was called MLB Mental Wellness. So that was specifically geared towards players in, the MLB, and just a 24/7 helpline basically that's there for them. And then the last one I saw was the NBA. So they had one. It was called National Basketball Players Association Mental Health and Wellness Program. So they also have access to resources, referrals, and just practices on mental health.
That's good.
So, they do offer some sources, as we see some, programs that are already installed. But my question is, we still see athletes that suffer from mental health issues.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it begins to ask the question, should professional athletes be allowed to use cannabis? And would we see a more, positive impact from that? You know what I'm saying? So I want to ask you guys that before we dive in. We've talked about so much of it. What do you guys think?
Well, personally, I definitely think that they should. I don't think that, especially again within the case of Sha'Carri Richardson, I don't think that cannabis is a enhancing drug where it is literally making your muscles bigger, your lung capacity stronger, your output with your muscle density, whatever, is like stronger, this, that, and the third. I don't think that cannabis is doing that like a steroid would, right? So for the purposes of recovery, for the purposes of mental health preparation, and also, again, recovery, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. There should be no reason, especially when there's states like Denver, Colorado, where you have the Broncos and they just literally knock each other's heads in. I definitely think that they should be able to calm their brains down with cannabis. So there's states in general where the cannabis is legal, is what I'm trying to get at. Yeah. So especially sports in those states should be able to consume. They're abiding by state law. Yeah. But then as an organization, I also still think that they should let it be a part of it in a controlled way, like kind of how Josh was speculating before, or talking about before, with the different programs like that's in Canada or wherever they may be, where they're doing a more closed in controlled kind of environment where you're with a therapist or you're with a medical provider or something like that, who's able to help you with taking the right amount of dosage and being able to talk about your stuff and actually have that type of thing. Yeah. And just to become a part of their regimen, you got practice, you got the gym, you got training, physical therapy. You should have mental therapy as well in there with those different programs you spoke about. And then you should also be able to, for your recovery, spark a joint. Yeah. I think so. What do you think?
I feel you every bit. At the end of the day, it's no worse than alcohol or tobacco, which you can get at 21 easily. And not even get reprimanded for it. So I mean, if it's because there's a lot of people that deal with their mental health with alcohol,
right?
Who would better, or even cigarettes too, like like when you work in like an office space or a restaurant, that's where you see the most smokers, because they're closed in. It's a high stress environment, and they're always outside taking
their break,
15-minute smoke breaks and shit, destroying their lungs.
And that's what's crazy. just on that real quick, literally in job policies in corporate places, you are by law entitled to a 15-minute cigarette break.
That's crazy.
You're entitled to a 15 minutes per hour, every hour of the day. So every hour of the day, you can take 15 minutes off to go smoke a cigarette. Mm-hmm. Every hour of the day. It's crazy. That's at least 8 cigarettes.
Cigarettes aren't banned. Alcohol's not banned for any of those. Those usually not banned, right? For professional athletes. Because they're not testing them before. Like, did you drink last night? They're not doing that shit.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
And they've all been, proven, like you said, Josh, to be negative on the mind, alcohol, the mind, the body. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
So, I definitely, I agree with you guys.
Yeah, and like that too, just real quick, I just want to say, because how he's saying, like, people will drink alcohol and stuff, that too. Like, even Nigel Houston, he posted, like he said on his social, he was saying that, after dealing with it, he was, pounding a whole bunch of alcohol, like in his, social media posts. He was saying that, and is just in his room alone drinking alcohol, which is not a healthy way to cope with that.
After losing?
Well, let's not say he lost. Now they was all in the Olympics. He just didn't come in first, second, or third place.
He lost.
He didn't get a medal. He lost.
Feel me?
Mm-hmm.
That's how it goes.
Hey. So I'm just saying that in general for anyone at the Olympics. I feel like if you make it to the Olympics, like, you've won in life. You know what I'm saying? But yes, he did not podium at all. So I'm just saying in general, like, any of the swimmers, the shooter guns, all them people, like, you made it to the Olympics for shooting guns. Like, that's kind of crazy. But anyways, yeah. So after his loss, he was drinking alcohol. So it was like, it's not a good way to handle that, especially not being alone drinking alcohol. So, yeah, they should let joints be a part of the regimen.
Yeah, so I also agree with that. Finish up, just, you guys really took the words out of my mouth, I definitely think that they should be allowed, and if someone uses it to help them with recovery and their mental health, I don't see what that issue is, and I think it should be on all sports, really.
I agree. Wholeheartedly.
Yeah, we're talking about smoking. E, it's that time, man. Come on, man. It's that time, E. Let them know.
Wait. Are we talking specifically about the time where we get the stuff that, like, we were just talking about?
You know what I'm saying?
The stuff that we were just talking about just now.
It's recovery time, bro. You feel me?
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the smoke break. Go get your Piff. Go get your joints. Go get your lighters. Yeah. Go get your ashtray. Get you some water. Hydrate. Stay hydrated. That's number one. Stay hydrated.
Speaking of lights, do we have a lighter?
Let's go, Trippy Kid.
Man.
Trippy Kid.
Yo, this is not my house.
Bro, you always have the lighter, dog.
How do you carry around the Trippy Kid?
He always had the lighter. Wait.
What's
going on?
Can I ask you guys a quick question?
Trippy Kid.
Wait, can I just ask you guys a quick question?
What?
Do you smoke weed?
Do I smoke weed?
Yeah.
I don't think so, actually.
You don't smoke?
I don't know what's in this.
Oh, you don't
big
smoke?
guy over here.
Do you smoke weed?
I do.
You smoke? Do you smoke? You smoke?
Bro, I'm trying to smoke.
All I'm saying is this: if y'all smoke, y'all should also have lighters too. Why it gotta be on me every time?
Man, you bring in 17 episodes, right? You gotta bring it to 18.
Sometimes, real players slack. You know what I'm saying? I ain't.
Ew.
Looks like we're gonna have to go to a quick commercial break.
Be right back.
All right, man. We just had to take a quick little break because it was getting a little too wild. You know what I'm saying? So I just had to let you guys know that this video was sponsored by, well, the Piff Company, of course, by us. So thepiffcompany.com. Definitely go there for all your merch. Definitely support the team. We definitely love all your support, guys. So just go there, thepiffcompany.com. Get you some nice merch. You can't go wrong. Come be fly with your guys. You know what I'm saying? Be icy like us. piffcompany.com.
And we back.
And we gonna get straight into
the lighter.
it. We
got the torch.
Yeah, because we was slacking. I don't know what's going on with us. We all slacking. Some players slip up sometime, but we gonna get straight into it. And as my brother is sparking it, I will hit you with the first question.
Yeah.
What is the weirdest food combination you've had?
Weirdest food combination. Damn.
Weirdest food combination.
My man having surgery over there lighting that joint.
I don't know. I mean, I've had a burger with like basically every kind of meat inside of it. Like it would be like a bun, then a burger patty, then a chicken breast, then some ham, then some turkey, then some bacon, then a whole fried egg.
That you talking about chisturu?
Yeah.
You like that? You like my accent on that, right? Chisturu. Smacking. Stop playing.
I'm not gonna lie,
That's a good one, bro.
That reminds me of something I did as a kid, yo. Like I literally, this is wild. I used to make a sandwich using chicken patties as the buns, as the bread. So I would have 2 chicken patties, and I would put pastrami, turkey, and maybe I think I would probably do bacon sometimes here and there, and then I'd do like a regular sandwich, like put cheese and lettuce or whatever, and then like barbecue sauce and hot sauce on there. And that would be my sandwich, a all meat sandwich. That was like something I used to do as a kid. That was wild. Now that I think about it.
I think the weirdest combination I have is ranch and pizza, but it's not too weird out here in Framingham because everybody does that shit. But
it's not weird.
Everybody in school, bro. Everything was bad in school, so we put ranch on everything.
Cheeseburgers, chicken patties, McRibs, burritos.
Okay, yeah, now
on everything.
I mean, I'm not a fan of ranch at all. Like, I'm not a fan of any of like the cream, like the white sauces. Like, I'm not really a fan of that. I like ranch, blue cheese.
Blue cheese is pretty smacking. I won't lie.
When I used to eat chicken, like on a buffalo chicken pizza, blue cheese was good, but. Nah, like I never was a fan. Like I wouldn't dip my chicken wings into like ranch or blue. I never was. Nah, when it comes to, I don't like that. I'm more of a barbecue sauce, hot sauce kind of guy. Barbecue sauce all the way. But weirdest combo. What you got?
So let me say this one, right? So it's not weird to me, but I know growing up, right? My mom got me hip to this from a young age. So when she was in college, she used to go to Dunkin' Donuts and she used to get a plain bagel with cream cheese and sausage. Feel me? So they would put the sausage in the middle, right? And I, from a kid, would get that with a hot chocolate every single time I went to Dunkin's. And they would all, bro, there was only 1 or 2 ladies I remember, bro, and they would like get it right and they knew like, oh yeah, no problem. Other people would be so fucking weird about it, bro. Put it on the side, like ask me like 3 times what I asked for. I'm like, bro, you heard me. Just put it in the middle, dog. That's it. Put it in the middle. Give me a hot chocolate. I was good money, bro. Yeah, and I fall asleep.
That is a little weird.
Cause to other people, I don't know. But yeah, to this day, bro.
Yeah.
Smacking.
Yeah, cream cheese on sausages. That sounds a little.
What about you?
Me, the weirdest food combination. I don't know. Let me see if I could think of some. There's one thing that came to my mind that I thought was like just a funny little story. Like my mom, when I was younger, she would get ice cream and then put orange soda in it, and I thought that she created that at the time. Like as a kid, I'm like, you putting ice cream with orange soda? Like
I've never heard that.
Who does that? I was like, what? I'm like, what is this? But I mean, it's basically just ice cream float, a root beer float without root beer, but with
that's crazy. I've never heard that.
Soda, yeah,
that's wild.
Yeah, so she would get.
I bet that shit tastes bomb.
But it was fire, bro. It was fire. I would do as a kid. I would always eat like vanilla with the orange soda. It was good. That was a good one, but I don't know if that's like the weirdest combo.
That's different though. I've never heard that, so that's a good one.
All right, you know what? Now I got 2. Ready? So I used to do back when I used to eat meat, right? So I used to do, and I got this from SpongeBob, but basically a hamburger with jelly on top of it.
Yeah, that's weird. Wow.
Bro, try it. That shit is fire. It's actually fire.
Jelly?
Mm-hmm.
On a burger?
Mm-hmm.
Like a cheeseburger?
Mm-hmm. Without the cheese. But, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You thought cream cheese was weird?
Yeah, or I would put relish on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Relish on the hamburger is fire with all the other stuff.
It's okay though. Everybody got there.
That was my thing, but I can't.
That's for me, dog.
Weird combos.
That was a good one though.
Mm-hmm.
I like that question. All right, let's get to number 2. What is the funniest experience you've had while smoking? That's a tough one. Too many, bro.
Wow, yeah, that's crazy. That's a crazy question. The funniest moment. There's way too many. Way too many to even begin. A lot of things happen when you're stoned in general that are just always funny. One thing that sticks out though.
Damn, I can't think of one right now. Sheesh.
No, let's see. A bunch of my stories are back from high school. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
We had a friend race another friend. They were high and drunk, so I don't know if it counts. But one of them tripped. Kind of rolled out.
I wasn't there for that.
What about you guys?
Dang, man. I'm trying to really, really, really think, like, what's just some crazy stuff that's happened? I don't know, dog.
Y'all ever just been lit and...
This just gave you... Yeah.
This
you high. Look at that.
Fucking, y'all ever just been with your boy and y'all lit? Y'all look at each other and just start rolling?
I remember that time you spit water.
Huh?
I thought he was drinking water and I just looked at him and he just started dying like...
God damn.
Nah, something happened, man. Something happened. You made me roll.
That shit was funny.
Said something.
And just spit out the water. That's the issue though, because you be so high up and that shit be so funny in the most random parts of the day. Yeah. It just be catching you, just be in the moment for real. It be every moment. Shoot, for real. But listening, I'm sure there's a funny moment.
Yo, I could tell you guys a crazy experience, huh?
Okay.
It's not really funny, but afterwards it was funny though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was funny. Like, all right. So one time, right? So you know how in Framingham they film movies a lot? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You guys heard my Denzel story. You know what I mean? Yeah. But anyways, so they film movies a lot. You know what I mean? And we were smoking and we were on top of the hill, right? And where this hill is, it was a parking lot, and you could see this motel, right? Okay. And the motel was below. You feel me? Okay. And we're smoking, bro, and this truck pulls out the cut, right? This big, like, white van, bro, is reversing back, right? Keep in mind, there's no cameras or nothing around, right? This big truck out of nowhere in this empty motel lot, pulls in reversing, right? Okay. And we're smoking, and I'm watching, bro. And, bro, these dudes hop out the back of the van with guns, bro. Bro, suits and a pig mask. All of them. Bro, no cap. And I'm the only one that notices at first. So I'm like this. Looking down, bro. And I see what big ass, bro, and kick in the motel door. And all 6 of them go in like some movie shit. And I'm blinking like, what the fuck, you know? And I go to the 2 dudes I'm with. I'm like, do you guys see? Did y'all? I'm stuttering and shit. I'm like, did y'all just fucking see that shit? Bro, they go out and they do it again. And these dudes see this time. And they're like, oh shit, get down. Keep in mind, we're cooked too, you feel me? By the 10th time, bro, we finally realized it was a fucking movie, bro. On everything, bro. The 10th time, bro. I'm like, wait a second.
They kept going out and kept going into
bro. Kept going in, but there was no camera. I'm like, where's the cameras? You feel me? So that's why at first I was like, what the fuck? There was no cameras, but they had it inside. Feel me? So they were just getting the angle where they were popping in. You know what I'm saying? Because then the cameras came out eventually.
Wow.
And I was like, what the... We were geeked, though. We thought it was like a whole thing, bro.
That's crazy.
And we're over here like...
That's crazy, dog.
Like, get down.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a funny experience there.
Yeah, that'd be wild. You saw men with pig masks hopping out of the back of a white man with guns.
It hopped into the motel, kicked in the door, bro.
And then you
got two boys that will back me on this. That will say it if they were with me.
That's wild.
But yeah, they ended up filming a movie. I think it might have still been Equalizer. I'm not sure, but
that's wild.
But yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to come back to that.
Let's move on then. Leave it in the comments your funniest or craziest story.
Facts.
That shit's crazy, bro. I'll be shook.
If you beat me.
Alright.
Oh,
This next question is for all the tough guys out there, alright? So, would you rather drink an entire bottle of Henny or take a 3-gram strip of dab?
What bottle, Henny?
Let's see. Or 4 inch. So I think 4 inches like about here.
The $10 bottle or the 20?
So about the $10 bottle of Henny, yeah.
$10 bottle, man. $10.
I mean, that's the...
It's like this big. It's like the same size as the strip.
Smoke a 4-inch dab?
Yeah. Clean all the way, no breaks.
Nah, I'd rather drink the bottle of Henny.
Nah.
4-inch dab, bro? I'm gonna pass out.
I don't drink Henny, so...
Henny will too.
You said $10 one.
Oh,
I did that back in the day.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, it's a small bottle.
That one's not bad at all. But if you said like
that's
the
not
40,
equivalent.
huh?
That's not equivalent to 4
Yeah, if you said that, you should say like the 40 bottle. Then I'm gonna have to choose the dab.
40
I'm
bottle.
gonna die.
I don't drink Henny, so I don't know. All right. Yeah, I'll leave it up to you. Which one? The big bottle or the small
big
bottle? Big bottle.
If you say the small bottle, I'll take it.
Nah, big bottle.
Big bottle.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm gonna have to do the 4-inch dab.
4-inch.
I'm still dying either way.
Either way, I'm doing the dab.
4-inch dab, bro. That shit's crazy. There's no way.
I can't drink that Henny
stuff.
That stuff is like medicine.
Yeah, there's no way.
It's gross.
Mm-mm.
Alright, let's get into these high thoughts then.
Let's do it.
Over here already high up. Speaking slow as fuck, like, hey man.
I'll start us off.
We living life out here, you know what I'm saying? We're doing what we gotta do.
So right, we all know blood rushes to our head when we're upside down, right?
Okay.
But why doesn't it rush to our feet when we're standing up?
It does.
You still have you still have blood circling in your head, in your arms, pumping out you.
Yeah.
But when you go upside down, it's different.
Because we're not used to being upside down.
100%.
But gravity's still coming down though.
Yeah, but
regardless.
Our orientation isn't used to being upside down the other way. So it's more of a like shocking rush to the fact that our brains are upside down.
So are you saying that it's because we're used to it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So then why wouldn't it do that as a baby?
Because you're not upside down. Or maybe that's why babies cry so much. Who knows?
Getting used to it. Getting used to the gravity. Yeah. Wow. Wow, that's deep.
Deep. There you have it, guys. High thoughts.
See? Start off with a banging. Come on.
Yeah, I did. Damn it.
That was awesome.
That birthday cake getting to you.
That birthday cake.
Let us know
strong.
what strange you token on, you feel me?
You know what I'm saying? Put it down in the comments below. We gonna be smoking with you guys. Alright, so let's see, I got one for you. So if a student failed a test, did the student fail or the teacher?
You know something? I like this question.
I got this one.
There's too many variables.
I would say, I argue this with a teacher. That's the teacher, man. Come on with it. And certain
context matters.
Yeah.
Did the student not study?
Yeah.
Was he a good student? Was he a good teacher?
What did the student like just not do shit? Like,
but I always say though, if you're a good teacher, dog, you shouldn't only have to learn off your homework. Do you get what I'm saying? Because there are some teachers that be like, oh, you learn from your homework, but bro, I go to school 5 damn days out the week. I should learn something in class too. You get what I'm saying?
Of course.
So I'm just saying, bro. In certain circumstances, I could see both sides.
I think fundamentally, if a student failed the test, then the student failed. Because at the end of the day, you could have done anything for yourself to not fail the test. Like, it's still on you at the end of the day. Like you said, even though that they have to teach you, you have to still be receptive of doing it. So,
but you said they have to teach you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what is teaching? If I'm teaching something, you know, I think at the end of the day, I feel like students doing good reflected their teacher as well.
Of course,
you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Because if you're teaching there, you're supposed to be giving a message. If your student's not getting it, that's part of teaching, bro. Teaching is difficult, you know? Shout out to teachers.
Yeah,
that's tough.
My mom's a teacher, so yeah.
Tough dealing with, you know, you gotta deal with a lot of different people, you know?
Yeah. Different personalities.
Imagine that, 25. Yo, think about it, Josh. Like, imagine the teachers. Some of the teachers dealing with, you know, us and Fuller and shit. Like, damn. Probably
Wild
annoying.
boys.
So, there were some crazy people.
Wild boys.
Back then.
Yeah, they already heard the story about the bathroom fights and shit, so we don't gotta go over
Good times.
It's a rough place.
Yeah.
What do you say on that, bro?
Huh? Oh,
Yeah, you said different, yeah?
Yeah, if the student fails, he fails. You know, take some ownership, bro. What the fuck?
You could still do.
Why you saying at me like that?
Cause you were looking at me, bro.
He said take some ownership, bro. What you mean? Ain't no F's over here. Come on.
But yeah, cause it's like he said, like even if the teacher's bad, you can go to other teachers for help, or even the library, or even Google.
Yeah.
Hey man, that's what I did my college career. Google taught me more than some of the professors.
But then that's a failure on the professor.
That's what
it's more of a failure on the system, if anything.
True.
You know?
But there are professors, bro, and you can't lie, that weren't good teachers. You didn't have professors that weren't good teachers? Or teachers that weren't good teachers, whatever, that didn't teach well?
Yeah, but again, you know, it's like it's the whole system too. It's the way we're being taught. If they had, if teachers had different expectations, because right now teachers and professors are just expected to give you a pre-made curriculum that they themselves had no part in. You feel me?
That's what's dope about college is, you know, I feel like every teacher is different. At least in my experience. But, yeah.
Move on to this last one. So, y'all watch Cars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys know, for all you out there who haven't seen Cars, go watch it. Like, what are you doing with your life?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. So let me ask you.
Life is a highway.
You guys think those cars use life insurance or car insurance?
Oh man.
This boy goofy as hell, boy. This man goofy as hell. Let me see. Shit. I mean, they might have to get both. Like, we gotta get both.
I mean, we don't gotta get both.
True. If you don't have a car, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine they had to get both.
They have to get.
It's the expensive bill.
Yeah, they gotta have both because the car itself is like for like any dings or like any like mechanic stuff that they need.
But that's
what's
also
the difference in life insurance?
That's the same thing as
Health insurance? What about health insurance then?
I don't know, man.
They need health insurance.
Yeah, but that would be like
That
warranty.
maintenance? That's maintenance with the car.
Yeah.
So that's maintenance. So maintenance with the car is health insurance. They gotta have it all. They need it all. That's crazy.
If we pay, you pay.
Yeah. So that's the money he making.
All right, there you have it. That's the smoke break.
Bang.
And like that, we're gonna end it on a high note.
Yeah.
And just a little bit of an update on what's going on in the legislative world and just what's going on in politics and stuff like that. Just a lot of good updates that's happening throughout the country right now. So the House of Representatives actually on Thursday, they approved a package of spending for banks to start collecting, so actually to give them more strength in a spending bill that they're pushing right now, and give basically backing banks and allowing them to start, accepting funds from marijuana businesses within the state or within the District of Washington, D.C. And they're starting this right now just in D.C. They're rolling out this legislation in that area right now because there's a lot of pushback from the other businesses that's already in the bless you. There's already businesses that's in the Washington D.C. area that there's dispensaries and stuff out there, and in Maryland and whatnot. So basically, they're just giving their pushback in terms of basically trying to get these laws and bills to pass. So, and a lot of these things, a lot of other things that's happening in the bill is where they're going to start reconsidering policies to fire employees for smoking or consuming cannabis. So that's like kind of like a huge opener for like are they going to do that for federal agencies as well? There's a lot of different discussions on that and how they're going to handle that in the federal level at this point. But basically for other, private sector businesses, they're reconsidering how they're going to enforce those type of laws. But the main thing of this is the banking aspect of it all.
Yeah,
so it's
and
huge.
that's huge. That's, like you just said, it really is. That's big, And it's funny that they're starting in Washington, D.C.
Right.
I think that's funny. So,
basically just trying to make sure that they're getting the policies right, getting the laws right. There's pushback from Joe Biden a little bit there from, again, his stance on, not really legalizing cannabis, but due to, the democratic system, they're pushing. They're pushing.
Come on.
No, it's not full. Right.
Let me know.
There's other.
I'll get a petition signed. 10,000 signatures. Let me know.
I want to look more into it before I comment, like see what, because I know a lot of things like on business notes too, like on the business side of it. There's a lot of things that come with it when it's legalized. You got the monopoly effect we talked about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just, it's crazy. I don't know. There's just a lot of. I understand in parts why why it took long. You know what I'm saying? But. Yeah, that's crazy.
And that's the thing too with just learning more on it. You can just always go to the lifestyle page. Yep. We have the full article there where you can actually read up on all of the details that's happening, and there's the whole entire basically meeting notes and all of the points from the actual bill that's in there that you can see what they're pushing and what they're trying to accomplish within this bill. But the main aspect of it all is to give banks more rights to accept funds and doing more activities with the spending from the federal, banks. Yeah.
Hey, it's your boy Josh coming at you with a quick message. Don't forget to check out thepiffcompany.com for all your Piff related updates. Check out thepiffcompany.com for all of our lifestyle links, podcast episodes, and merchandise we have on there. I wanted to remind you guys that all episodes are uploaded to our website and our YouTube. Check us out at Instagram, Twitter, all that. And yeah, let's get back to the show.
So that's big, you said, in terms of like starting in Washington, D.C. We're going to see, keep us updated on that, keep you guys updated and how we're going to progress, how this is going to keep going.
Yeah, so hopefully, I mean, what do you think this start is going to start bringing it to other states around the country?
Yeah, I think you're going to start to see that, especially on banks, Yeah. And that's going to be big. That's going to be big, bro.
Yeah, because what they want to do is make it make the rules that are applicable what's in your state as well. So I think that this is going to just now make all the other, banks in the other countries, states that are already legalized and for recreational and medicinal. I think all those type of states are going to start the wave, and it's going to just continue from there.
Yep, domino effect.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it, though.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode.
That's the high note.
As always, click subscribe to our YouTube.
Yes.
Check out our Instagram,
yes.
our Twitter, our Facebook, our TikTok, all of that.
Yes.
And
and next week we will be announcing the winner of the giveaway. So tune in for that. You definitely want to see if you won. And we want to thank you guys for all of the submissions. It's been really real. We appreciate all the shares, all the likes, all the comments, everything so much. So keep on spamming that button. You still got the chance to go and get you
subscribe,
some fresh new gear.
Let's get it. Be safe, y'all.
Spotify soon. Look out for us. Apple Music, all that.
Coming soon.
Till next time.
Piff Company Podcast.
Peace.